Okay, looks like we're live. Hello, and welcome back to the final episode of Season 2 of The Joy of Planting. We're gonna we've already published the members version of Cherrybrook yesterday evening, and we're gonna go finish up do a little bit of the tour tournament version of it. Little fix-ups for that. Let's go kick some music off. I gotta remember how far I got in the playlist, but it's fine. Should be fine. But whatever. Just background music. Alright, so we're gonna hop back into the designer. I already tinkered with it for half hour the other night. I haven't done any tour dressing or anything like that in 2K21, so I just wanted to tinker with it a little bit, see what options I had, what they look like, that sort of stuff. We'll probably just finish it off on stream. In this case, it's just, lot of seating areas, that type of thing. Um, Little camera towers, nothing crazy. Alright, actually, first things first, I need to go to menu and change my settings, because I need to remove some of the, where was settings? There we go. I have to go set my default controller, or to an actual controller for this, so that I can go remove the crowds I laid down for the standard version. It'll probably be, it'll be a little slow and maybe a little redundant. But since I'm dropping crowds kind of in the same spot as I'm dropping the stands, we wanna delete these, and the only way I can do that is with a controller. They fixed most of the issues where they don't have keyboard shortcuts for stuff in this game, but removing crowds and OB areas is still one where they haven't fixed the shortcut issues. So, for these you just gotta use a controller and just kinda suck it up a little bit. Of course, for most people that's not a problem, because most people are using a controller anyway. It's just me who has to specially do stuff with a controller to get this to work. Those should be fine, but again, whatever. We'll figure out the crowd placing. I'll leave those. Those are fine for now. I don't think I'm putting stands there. Those are fine. It shouldn't take too long to do this, hopefully. Actually, I'm probably not putting stands there either, so those should be fine. Those should be fine. I have no crowds here. Oh, actually, yes, I did. So I'll remove those guys. Remove them. Again, as you can see, I already have dabbled a little bit in the tournament stuff. But again, it'll just be the same stuff that I'm already doing, so shouldn't be overly complicated. I didn't put any on 9. We'll just remove these guys. So I'll probably put a fair amount more crowds on the course this time around, just because. 11. Again, I'll probably leave a couple folks out and around the stands. We'll see how that looks. Can always remove it later. Nobody on 12. Just to be safe, we'll just remove everybody on 13. Hey Narwhal, how's it going? think I'm putting stands back here, but again, it doesn't hurt. Didn't put any crowds there. Sprinkle them on 16. I think I'll leave those ones. We'll just get rid of the ones around the green for now. I don't think we'll put stands on the... I cannot move these camera controls. I suppose I could put some stands back up here, but we'll see. Again, it's easy enough to add the spectators back in, so it's fine. We'll figure it out. It's a little easier to just delete them now and then just sprinkle them back in when we're done. Alright, I'm doing just fine. Doing a little work on this guy. Alright, so now we can go back to settings, restore things to their rightful order with mouse and keyboard as the primary controller. Alright, so that's... there we go. Now, I probably want... I mean, I could throw some stands back here, maybe. Oh, that's right. It's tournament objects. That makes no sense, but hey. Alright. I don't know if that's obnoxiously close or not. I don't really know what to do with the ad boards, or if I want to do anything with the ad boards at all. It's like this is where like some kind of hospitality stuff would go. Or maybe not. Hey Matt, how's it going? Gotta have all the mats. It's currently a mat-only stream, which is both hilarious and fantastic. I need to put this giant one somewhere. Although, here's probably not the best spot. That should work. I could do something like that if I wanted. But that seems silly. Wow, this is a weird song. I'm like, oh yeah, if you sit here you don't see anything, so maybe we scale that down. Of course you still see nothing here, but you maybe see slightly less of nothing. Or slightly more of nothing. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah. We'll just sprinkle crowds all around here. It's the first tee, I figure there'll be a fair amount of people hanging around. Alright, let's see how that goes. If I'm being totally honest, I really don't know much of what I'm doing with these either. Alright, so I think we want to make the pins a little bit harder. So I can start tucking them in more corners. Like pin 1. We can throw this right at the front if we wanted. Because this is the tour version, we can make this downright hard. That one's probably not going to move, but this one can definitely move. Alright. I think the only real, like, rules I'd have for, tournament object placement is just, like, make sure that you, like, generally they're going to be around the green, or mostly the greens and then a little bit the tees, but it's mostly just put them in places where they make sense and just be careful that they don't clip like crazy, so. Really, I could completely swap up the pin sets, which would be interesting. But I try not to go too overboard on the crowds, but you also want to sprinkle them around in enough places it feels like, a live atmosphere. So we'll sprinkle a couple around here as well. And that should do it for the first hole. A pile of them on 18. Yeah, you'd have a little more on 18, but, you can just kind of spread them around and whatnot as well. Oops, I keep forgetting that they're not in objects. Concessions. Alright, let's see if this is flat enough that I can kind of get away with some tent stuff here. I think I can. As long as they don't look terrible, I'm okay. Man, they're getting some weird songs in this playlist as we go. Yeah, the thing is there's not a whole lot of flat ground in this, so we'll probably have to go a little easy on the concessions, tents, and stuff. There's not really a lot of great places to put them. Oh, that spot's flat enough. That would probably work. Alright. Okay, I'm skipping this song. That is a... No! I said skip. Because it is crazy annoying. Okay, this one's really annoying too. Nope. Alright. Alright, and we'll sprinkle a couple of these in places too. Again, just makes it feel a little more, alive. If the infrastructure makes sense, it'll feel like there's really a tournament going on. It doesn't have to be crazy, but enough that it feels like there's stuff happening. Now the question is, do I need to block the road off with like canvas walls and stuff? This song, you mean? Yeah, that seems decent. Alright, let's see. So I'd done that one. Oh, I realized I forgot I deleted a T set, so we need to... The colors are off now. So I'm going to do T color. Red will still be the back one. We'll do black for that one. Of course, I can completely change the markers if I wanted as well. And I'll just leave the markers, it's fine. Is this a graduating class? I'm just doing tournament object stuff and figured that, it kind of warrants its own episode. Again, there's not really any rules to fan placement, except I like to just sprinkle them in little spots, because if you just have a bunch of people sprawled out around a property, they're probably going to spread out a little bit. And in little like groups to individuals feels a lot more organic than just like them clustered in big areas. I mean, obviously you'd have more concentration around points of interest, but like stuff like this, maybe I create, tournament objects, seating. We have like seats back here. Let's see, I do add object. Probably have some white canvas wall just to, as a, give a little, want that to fit into the, maybe something like that, just to give them a little, screen off the tea area from the bustle of concessions and stuff. Oh, yes. Alright, so, yeah, so maybe I wouldn't put concessions there in a real tournament, but whatever, it's okay. They have to go somewhere. Keep wanting to go to objects, I think that's funny. We'll just throw something like that down there. Suppose I could wrap this up into like one object if I wanted. Should kind of look interesting. Although I guess I had moved that because I didn't want it casting a shadow over the green. Although I can build a smaller camera tower and that should solve the issue. That one's not bad. Alright. There you go. Hey Adam, thanks man, appreciate it. There, and in theory you'd be able to tilt the camera and have a good view of 3. Actually, I just realized I should move that one. We should put it over here. So yeah, you still have that view, and then you'd have that view as well. Actually, that's a better spot. Box flat. Yeah, alright. So this will probably just be the episode of me going through, adding crowds, places, so that the, place feels full. Maybe I don't add the canvas walls to the outside of the course. It seems like a lot of effort. And then we go find pins that could potentially be made a little dicier. So we're going to make this hard. Adding longer tees or just one set? Well, I mean, to be fair, with the standard routing, or the standard tee sets, it still tips out at about 7,500, so it really doesn't need new tees. But I can make the pin sets a little dicier if I wanted. Like, pin one doesn't have to be, as friendly. We can tuck them in there. Like this one we can... Yeah, we can make that a little meaner. Let's just swap these pins for fun. Yeah, exactly, Adam. And yeah, I figured, like, some of these greens, it's hard fitting 4 pins in, but some of them, like this one, are certainly big enough to, to have, like, 6 or 7 pin locations that you could potentially use. Or, or I just have slightly more difficult versions of pin locations I already had. Like this one, instead of being in that open area to the left, it gets a little more guarded by this mound here. So it makes it just a little harder to attack. I don't know if that goes, Dan, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know if that one in particular is a little overly dicey, but we'll see. Can always do a little play test at some point. These don't need a lot of work. Although I could probably move that one up just a little. this probably wouldn't be a good spot for uh, stands. We'll just put crowds there. Oh, have a good one, Adam. Thank you for tuning in. Man, I'm 30 minutes in and we're only done like 2-3 holes. I need to pick the pace up. Of course, I suppose several of them are close to done, so... Now, folks with consoles are going to have to answer this question for me. I know they've been trying to make performance improvements so crowds don't cripple performance as much in the newer games, but how much like stutter and lag and that sort of stuff does crowds add in this game for console players? Is it okay? You know, is it I haven't heard any complaints about lag or anything like that on frame rate issues on with like crowds and whatnot in this game, but that's, you know, a question that I can't really answer. Could throw these guys back here if I wanted. Yeah. Let's try. Oh, that's probably not gonna fit. Nope, not in a spot like that. Yeah, so maybe no stands back behind this one. It's not a site for those. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Whoops. Alright, we're gonna undo those. We're gonna sink those in so that they're not flying. Or I could just flatten it out there, because why not? Alright, now where would crowds be if I were... There, whoops. Damn it, that's right. I can't undo them either. That's annoying. Alright, I hate this thing, but it's fine. Alright. Here's course designer. Why won't the cursor move? Alright, there we go. Alright, so there's that. We'll sprinkle a couple crowds in there. out there. Petro, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I don't think this green has a lot of room to really play with pin locations. Although I could make this one a little dicey. Well, actually I don't want to make this too dicey because I want this to play up to 187, so the slopes I play with can't be too crazy. Actually, speaking of which, before I forget, I should double check, we'll go back to we'll make sure all the pins still function on 187s. Because that'll change some of the slopes around the place. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so there's 5. These pins don't need a whole lot of movement. Alright, we'll just give these two a quick play test just to see. Should be just fine. Just make sure the crowds don't end up in spots I don't really intend them or look too awful. Now, do I want a wall along the road? Maybe I do. Just because that would potentially be distracting for a tournament. At least on that hole. I'll take a quick look at it. See how feasible that would be. Do a quick save. There should be a little elevation change there. But dang it, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. I suppose I could also just do it around the greens if I wanted. God, this would be a massive pain in the ass, but whatever. I could probably do it in smaller pieces. I'd probably look a little less weird, but yeah, okay, let's do that. That's fair. Uh, Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Blue. Glad you liked it. Had a lot of fun making it. Okay, I'm not gonna do this the whole, all the way around. We'll just do it in some spots. Like through here is probably more than enough. And then I'll call it a day for that. Just gonna spend way too much time on silly detail touches that do not matter. I was gonna say, does it flatten out around there so I can get away with just the big pieces? I hope so. Again, I should probably do this. How's the World Cup course coming? Oh, I haven't started yet. Assuming you're talking to me. I'll start that later once I get my current projects kicked off and out the door. Eric, what's up? Alright, well, I think I can do one or two more of these and then I'll just switch to the big version of these because it should be about flat. Just to save some time, because this is not a detail anyone else is really going to look at or care about. Oh, and just okay, yeah, I need to swap back. There we go. Good enough. This one's just gonna be a pain, isn't it? Alright. I'm sure this is very exciting to watch, but alright, that looks we're just gonna have to do all of this the hard way, aren't we? I should probably do this, well, whatever, it's fine. We'll figure it out. If we run over on time, then I'll figure something out. I know, isn't it exciting, Eric? I wanted to try this out just for fun to see what it would look like, and then it just kind of turned into a thing. I don't know how far around I should go. With these, the elevation doesn't change as dramatically, so I can probably get away with doing it in littler pieces. we probably want it to at least go through here. I just realized this might not connect up correctly, which would be stupid. Sorry, I missed all the political jokes, my bad. You don't have to twist my leg to come play golf if we're, if we're playing out east. That's way easy. The proposition of having to get on an airplane was the only thing that was the issue for playing out west. Yeah, that looks terrible. And I don't want to do it panel by panel, so we're just going to delete these. Maybe I'll do this later, maybe not. This is stupid, and I'm going to spend my entire stream doing this, so that's fine. So we'll just start with that, it's fine. Eric, that's not true. Someday he will die. Then he'll go bye-bye. Age catches up with everybody. But this is a discussion topic more for this is a discussion topic for a random stream. I don't really wanna talk politics on Joy of Planting episodes. We can discuss that in, an hour or so when I finish this, and then just go do random things afterwards. Alright, we're not doing another wall here. That would be insane. Although I could do it around the back of the green. Whatever, it's fine. Let's just not. Exactly. We'll save it for the not Joy of Planting episodes. Alright. As much as I love, I love rants and crazy topics as much as anyone else, but, it's like, not quite the place for it today. Besides, it's the last episode of Season 2. We've come so far and we're so close. Alright. Anyway, I think I had already checked the pins for that. There's just not gonna be there's not a lot of room for people here. I'm gonna do objects, camera tower. Good enough. Alright. And this is one where there wasn't a lot of room for pins to move, so we'll just leave those as is. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, this was so much fun to make. They rarely come this easily, and it's a true blessing when they do. Yeah, I don't think there's not a lot of room for fans around 7T anyway, so that area can be left kind of quiet, and we can sprinkle them in a little out this way. Like you can have folks around here can watch um, 12 green and 7 shot. I don't, yeah, I don't think this is a great site for stands either. So we'll just sprinkle some folks standing around. Yeah, I think this is another one where a lot of the pins can't really move much. Although it can move 2 up a little bit into a little bit of a dicier spot. Those pins can't move a whole lot. Let's try pin 2 just because. Dan, how's it going? But yeah, but I think like walking stick plays great, and you know it's that whole thing of you can do a clean style and still have all of like the playing characteristics of a course like that. You don't have to go rugged to get like elevation change and you know widths and angles and all that stuff. Oh, again, and I would even still classify walking stick as kind of on the cleaner end of the spectrum. Like, you know, the setting's a little more rugged, but the style, of course, is still relatively clean. These are also pins that really can't move a whole lot, so we're probably good there. Yeah. Stairs in the front don't make a lot of sense. I don't think there's enough room for something big like that. I don't think that'll really work either. As cool as that would be. Well, I suppose I could put it off to the side, but eh. Just lower that a little so that it just clicks in there, and that should be fine. You were spamming OB. That would be funny. Chainsmokers concert. Oh, that would be great. doing a terrible job of placing this. Alright. I think that's about right. Alright. Good enough. There we go. Think that should work. Actually, let's do a quick save because I don't want to lose all of this if something happens to the computer. Oh yeah, that was so good. The elaborate joke courses were the best. That was a fun little band of or batch of courses. Maybe we're gonna have to come up with some way to replicate that. Come up with like another joke course, like mini contest thing, because that was so much fun. It's a fun way to kind of showcase the community. Yeah, Skinny just knocked it out of the park with that one. It was so good. Did he end up... Has that one been ported? If not, like, we need to go harass him to port that one to 2K21. 'Cause it was so good. Like that would be maybe we pencil one in for to run concurrently with the rookie, or we could just have it run concurrently with like a I guess we could run it concurrently with anything. For folks who aren't like in the whatever the next contest is. I know Maddie's working on a Jerry Shields related course, which should be funny. Alright. No mindlessly playtesting. We need to get to work on this thing. We're only done the front 9 and I've been here an hour. Although we're kinda picking the pace up, so I think we'll be okay. Now that I'm not fussing with that wall around the plot boundary so much. Again, I'd probably have to do a lot more, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, again, maybe. This is pretty flat. I could probably get away with another wall in here if I wanted, but... Oh, I just realized I never made this area OB, which I probably should do. Of course, maybe I do this off stream later and just pencil all this in. Although I kind of wanted to publish for, you know, stream. How bad would this look? Rather bad. Yes it does. Alright. Whatever, it's not something that'll really come into... it's not something that should ever really come into play. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, whoops. Damn it, that was stupid. Alright. That was sloppy. Hi, Silly. Hi, Orion. Hello. Course designer. Whatever. We'll do this at the end if there's time. Or I suppose I could just I'm so bad with the controls. How do I rotate things? Whatever. I'm just not gonna worry about this right now. Oh, that's amazing, Thomas. Yeah, we're gonna do great. The rookie contest totally isn't going to be a dumpster fire at all. Alright. Orion, will you quit it, please? Nah, that looks stupid. Alright, we'll just leave it as is, that's fine. Maybe I do put something off to the side. Whatever, that's good enough. It's fine. Oh, it looks kind of ugly from that side too. Whatever, you're not gonna see it, so it's fine. Actually, you know what? Let's screw it. Or just, I don't even think you'll see it from the tee. Maybe it just makes sense to get rid of that. Yeah, you'll barely see it. It's fine. We're just gonna delete that. I mean, to be fair, one of them was basically approved as a joke, so there is that. And for Storm King, I think I approved that one, and I basically refused to reject contest courses. Just you know, like, I think it's cold to just, like, you know, even if it's not up to standards, like, they basically all just get the pity approve. Because I don't want to tell somebody, like, that they're completely out of the, you know, out of a contest, like, basically before it even begins. Which is essentially what's happening if, you know, if you put the time and effort into a contest course and it's just straight up rejected, it's kind of the, it tells you all you really need to know about your chances in that contest. Yeah, I'm just not going to put stands behind there. I can probably put a camera tower though. maybe I just don't. Yeah, we're just gonna skip that for now. We'll just let this one be, fill it in with some crowds and call it a day. All greens need a backboard, Dan. That's how greens work. Needs a big it needs a big A&A blue backboard for no reason. There's no crowds there, but we're gonna put a backboard. A building backboard. Alright, there we go. Classic. Nope, dang it, that's not what I wanted. I like how to send off this is kind of the perfect way to send off this season of The Joy of Planting with all of the hilarious miscellaneous rants about politics and like just random TGC designers. We're going off on like rookie contest, Jerry, Trump. It's like, hey, let's just hit all the topics today. It'll be great. It's pretty funny. Oh, Blue Team Discord was amazing. It was so good. Blue Team Discord made the entire contest for me. There you go. Good enough. 11. Yeah, we'll leave the crowds out of there. Maybe we'll sprinkle a couple back here, but I can also throw a couple in here. Oh, look, we already have stuff back there. Awesome. Yeah, we don't want that one. Okay, that'll work for a camera tower there. Oh yeah, let me check the pins, make sure. Yeah, I'm not doing a whole lot with those. Those don't have a lot of room to move. Neither do these really. Although this one could... I could slide this in this corner if I wanted. And that should be fine. Yep, alright. Gotta have floating grandstands. Oh, we'll hang in there. let's rewind. I just realized I kind of want to see how this pin works when I hit the fairway. Fair enough, Jive. I don't need a floating car. There are no car sponsorships in this tournament. Whatever. I'm just not going to hit that spot, am I? This one's basically done. Alright. Okay, let's see. I wanted to fix this one up a little bit. I wanted to sprinkle a couple folks out here. I kind of wanted to get rid of the people standing like directly in front of the stands there. Settings. Oh, that's right. I gotta go to ding menu and do the settings thing again. This will never cease to annoy me, but whatever. I only have to do that for crowds and OB. Alright, there we go. Wait, why is... Hold on, did it not save? Alright, whoops, yeah, there we go. Okay, awesome. Gotta have the cheese chat. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this doesn't really need much. I guess I could throw... I already have a hole, or I already have a camera tower. That's fine. Yeah, this isn't a spot that we can do much with in terms of stands, so I guess we just sprinkle some crowds, you know, behind the green and call it a day there. Alright. Oh, let me check pins. These are... Yeah, there's not much I'm going to do with those. Or those. Those are about as difficult as I can make them. Yeah, this is probably not a place I can add a lot of stands either. Alright, so I guess that makes crowds easy for these two holes. There's not much I can do with it. Or I mean, at least the tournament dressing. Have a good one, Jive. See you soon. That's a pretty flat putt. Oh well. Too late to change it now. Hey Jeremy, how's it going? Alright. I wanted to put one of those big grandstands in somewhere. Maybe behind 16's the best place. Turn my objects a bit. I think I'm gonna just do the last couple in one big chunk, cause why not? Get away with this big seating area as well. Can't remember how this works with angles and stuff, but it's fine. Yeah, whatever. Alright. There's just nowhere that this thing makes sense, is there? It's not going to work behind... Actually, it could work behind 16. Hi, Orion. Yes, are you all wound up, huh? Are you all wound up? Alright, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do the stands, but we'll figure it out. I think if Orion's gonna continually try to attack my computer and my blinds, I think that means that he needs a couple laps around the place with a laser pointer. Alright. Yes, goofball, I know. Yes, hi kitty indeed. Alright. Maybe this giant, maybe these stands aren't gonna work. Actually, they could work here, though. Actually, that's a great spot for him. Perfect. They're a little in the trees, but oh well. Yeah, I'll delete that. Oh, I don't want to delete all, I just want to delete that one. Alright. Suppose I could just throw that back there and call that a day. How many subs for Kitty Cam? Sorry, that just sounds mildly dirty, but also, like, since I have not monetized the channel, there are no sub goals for yeah, I don't know. I haven't felt the need to get a webcam because it's not like I'm gonna be doing anything that interesting. It's just me staring at a screen and yapping. I mean, yeah, I know that's, how all webcams work, but crowd seating. What kind of seats are gonna work up here? Whoops. Yeah, it's a bit much. Maybe something smaller will work okay up here. Yeah, it's kind of a tough side slope for that kind of stuff. Can't go too overboard with the seating. Oops. Sorry to swing the camera all over the way. Or all over the place. Oh, that's funny. Yes, alright. Man, there's too much good stuff going on in chat. I can't keep up with all of it. Yeah, that should work. So yeah, I didn't want any... Oh, actually, no, I did want to throw some stands back here. Probably throw those back here. Suppose I could throw a couple of those back there. maybe work. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. That'll work. If it should. Although it is kind of floating. There it goes. Good enough. When does phase 2 for my hunt for a World Cup idea begin? Eventually. I have some ideas. I just haven't. I've purposely kind of avoided trying to flesh out an idea because I'm just worried I'm gonna get sucked into another project and just like go crazy on it like I did this one. Oh god, that's terrible. Alright. Alright, that'll work. So that'll work fine for that. Let me swing over. We've got those two with that big tall tower. This one's involved over the back. And all the stuff makes sense. Alright. And 18 has these two guys, which work just fine, I think. Yep, alright, that works. Now we just gotta go sprinkle the crowds in. We should be good to go. Yeah, exactly. Especially when we're just kind of stuck inside most of the time, in pandemic season. It's just I have so much more time to kill that I know what to do with. in. And just sprinkle crowds around 18. Alright, that should probably do it. Now let's just go give it a run. Oh, I need to check the pins for the last couple holes, see if I can dial any of them up. Not really for that one. I've got to be able to trick up 15 a little bit. That one's pretty tucked in there. Yeah, I can move this closer to the edge there, because I know I moved that one back to the members version. That one's still down there. That's a tricky spot. And this I can also move up. We could probably put that one about there. Yeah, we can make these pins just harsh. Yeah, I can't do a whole lot with those. Not a ton I can do with those either. Well, I can tuck that one a little bit more if I wanted. Alright, there we go. Now, before I forget, green settings. I'm going to drop that down to 8.2. Save. And then we'll do a play test and we should be good to go. We'll test pin 4 just because, you know, if it works on the hardest pin set, then we're probably good. So again, not anything crazy over the top for the tournament version of this one, but you know, just enough to give it a, you know, again, just give it a tournament atmosphere vibe. Make it a little tougher. Essentially, I pulled out the front tees because, you know, don't want you to play, you know, you're not going to have any tournament rounds from the front tees. And I basically left the black tees in specifically just in case, so you can fine-tune the difficulty a little bit depending on like what tour you'd use it on, that sort of thing. Or, you know, or to just have like a day where you get it, where it's more gettable. Like you can essentially, you know, in good weather you're playing all the way back, and you could have a round where it's like really windy, and you know, you could move the tees up for that type thing to kind of even it out a little. Have a good one, Baby Bull. Thanks for tuning in. Now, I'm still debating if I should go mark off-course stuff OB or not. I mean, I should, but I doubt anyone ever really ends up, I doubt it, you know, I doubt OB really ends up being, somewhere anyone ends up. Like, it's so far off the beaten path to get OB that, you know, it's not really a big concern. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a little in play off 6, but you'd have to take Yeah, but I guess even then, this is the most aggressive line that you'd ever take, and you'd have to crazy hook one to get to the other side of the road. So it's probably never gonna happen. Yep, I think. Yeah, I don't think it'll ever really come up. Also, yeah, I figure I can just pull chat. I'm still torn on whether or not I'd put up like big canvas walls to, you know, to block off access from the road there, or if I just don't bother and leave it open if I'm the only one that's gonna notice anything like that. Like, hey, you probably wouldn't want the grounds this open if there's a tournament going on. But it's probably more just an excuse to play around with the new walls and see how they work than anything. But I also don't really want to do that on stream at the moment either. Alright. Oh, turn. Alright. Suppose it only really matters for 5 and 6. The rest of the course doesn't really need anything like that. That was a terrible shot. Alright. I love this look off the tee. 11 might have to be the published photo for what do you want to call it? Might have to be the published photo uh, for the tour version. That was a terrible chip. Oh, just lipping out the eagle. Alright. We'll take birdie. Get over. Nope. No. Gotta love making par on the nearly drivable par 4. Well, I suppose that's good. You don't want it to reward mediocre shots. Oh, that was terrible. Let's double check and make sure that those... Yep, all those worked. Unless... Nah, it's not really poking out. That's fine. I kind of wish I played those rounds on stream. I like lit it up with every approach shot, and I made just every putt. That was the greatest round of my playing career. And the funny thing is, I still wasn't winning after one. But hey, I mean, I kept that pace up for most of the rounds, so that was pretty fun. Actually, here I'm gonna pause the music for now, because I think we're about done here, and I think it's about time I can get some published photos in. Although maybe I wait. We want the sun to sneak out a little bit. All right, so I think we're done here with a tournament version of this course. I didn't see anything that jumped out at me as needing fixed, so I think we can safely call this one. Okay then. Actually, I wanted to check behind 17, just to double check that our nope, doesn't look like those are floating. That one certainly isn't. Nope, none of our stands are floating. Cool. Actually, 17 would make a pretty good published photo as well. Maybe we should do that. Yeah, let's do 17. All right. Well, so I guess that'll be the end of season 2. Hopefully, I think I'll make season. I think we can do a season 3 for the eventual World Cup course. So we might just pick up where we left off and um, start up a new season in a couple of weeks. There we go. Something like that should work for our published picture. But yeah, but thank you everybody for tagging along on the journey. It's been a blast. I'll have to get these uploaded to YouTube at some point. Also, for those of you in chat, I'll stick around and keep streaming, but I think we'll cut the episode here, end the season. So yeah, thanks again. It's been like the support's been just, you know, phenomenal. It's been a ton of fun. I've enjoyed having all of you guys along. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think we're gonna end up having a build that goes that quickly for World Cup of Design, but I still want to at least do some of that. Who knows? Maybe we'll have to restructure the show a little bit to account for like a much bigger scale project that takes a little bit more time. Again, we'll figure it out. So I think, yeah, I have a couple ideas for World Cup, but nothing specific yet. So I'll keep tinkering with that. When I have a solid idea, then maybe we kick off season 3. But until then, have a good one, and I guess we will see you next time. Thanks.